Welcome to the Mellofellow Crypto channel. I'm the Mellofellow, back to share my adventures in crypto with you. Be aware this is not financial advice, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. Also, it's cold in these crypto streets, so always do your own research. Invest no more than what you are willing to lose. Protect your things, and make sure you are taking some profits along the way. I'm doing another installment in my LIBERA Angels NFT journey. If you're not familiar with the project, I have included a non-referral link in the description area below for you to check it out. Now, a couple of things, maybe three things actually, that you should be aware of if you are investigating this project. So the first is the website claims that it offers approximately 1.5% in daily income. That has changed. That changed a couple of months ago. The change has been approximately 1%, and you'll see when I show my findings, if you haven't watched these videos, that it's even less than that. So that's the first thing to be aware of. Second thing to be aware of, as I'm going over my experience in my journey with these NFTs, I have to level set that I bought these NFTs during its first phase. This NFT project is now in phase 2. What's the difference, you may ask? Well, the difference is this. It's a 10% difference. So when I purchased my NFTs during phase 1, I paid a rate of $300 in LIBERA BUSD per. Okay, so now that this project is in phase 2, the cost is 10% higher, and right now they have 1,461 NFTs available for mint. Once this exceeds 1,600, the price of phase 3 NFTs will be 360 LIBERA BUSD. So another 10% for a total of 20% over what I purchased these for. So just keep that in mind if you're doing some research into this project. So let's get into my numbers and where I stand. So I have 16 NFTs total. I've been in this project for about 95 days. I spent about $3,800 in BUSD to get into this project. And right now I have claimed over that 95-day period, I've claimed a total of 2,887.833 in LIBERA BUSD LP, which equates to about $2,510.88 in BUSD. So let's look at my trending. We'll get to that chart later. Let's look at my trending. As I mentioned in previous videos, I did not anticipate any change in the trend direction, and it's staying true to that. So there's been another decline over the last 7 days, and I think the last 7 days puts me in about a 0.535% range. Yeah, so I had about 5 days where I was pulling in 0.54%. In the last 2 days, I was pulling in 0.53%. And just to kind of level set here as well, I'm basing what I'm showing you off of the first NFT I purchased. I am tracking all of my NFTs in totality, but as far as this this video series is concerned, I'm just basing this off of one NFT, the first NFT I've purchased, just to make it a little easier. So from NFT number 1 that I purchased into this project, I have claimed 212.667 in LIBERA BUSD rewards. That equates to about 71% of my initial investment. So at the rate things are going, I believe it's going to take me about 45 days, give or take 5, to get to break even on my initial investment. So that's where that is. Is it a good thing? Yeah, I'll at least be able to break even. I wish I could get more, and I hope I can get more. A lot can happen in the next 45 days. But I am kind of lukewarm, for lack of a better term, on this project. So let's get into what I was attempting to do in a previous video. So I was looking at how can I accelerate my rewards, because I was looking to see if maybe I can shorten that timeline by a couple of weeks or even a month. And I was looking at perhaps doing that through Seifu, going into Seifu Go. So Seifu is going through a revision, and its revised form is going to be Seifu Go. Initially, it was expected to launch on last Saturday. There were some challenges last Saturday in the U.S. time. there were some challenges, and those challenges, as I understand, has been worked out. And there's going to be a relaunch this coming weekend. I'm a bit behind on things there because I started a new work project. So I've had to dedicate my time to offload or, get prepared to take some things off my plate to make room for a new client that I'm bringing on. So haven't had really much time as I'd like to stay on top of things going on with Seifu and Seifu Go. And there's been a ton of changes. So what I've decided to do is just put a pause on Seifu and Seifu Go as my acceleration path. So as it stands right now, though, as far as my rewards are concerned, I have broken even on what I've invested into Seifu from my LIBERA rewards. So, I'm back in the BUSD only. And at this stage, I think I'm just going to continue to collect my LIBERA BUSD rewards for now. And as time allows and I can get, wrap my head around everything that's going on with Seifu Go, I may get into Seifu Go and try the arbitrage route. But again, it's really going to be dependent upon if I have the time to really stay on top of that to get the most benefit out of it. But there you have it, folks. This is my attempt to just kind of show a real world view of some of the DeFi projects that are out there that I am in. I hope you find this content useful. And I'd like to get some feedback. What do you like to know more about? What don't you like? I'd like to do this to add some value. Yeah, I have some fun doing it, but I do want to provide some value to those that are taking the time to lend me your eyes and ears. So I really want to give you what you're looking for. I did have a question on last week on my video last week on whether or not I would recommend this project, and I would say this. My response to that was, on a 1 to 5 scale, with 5 being the highest, like I would go out and tell a friend about it, and 1 being run away from it. I gave it a 2, and here's why. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with this project, but I think that there are other opportunities available to you where you may get a better return than getting into a project like this. So one of those is Bitcoin. So that's just one person's opinion. That's my opinion. Not to say anything negative about the LIBERA team. They're doing what they've committed to do as far as providing the rewards and whatnot, but it's just not at the percentage that I had expected. Even though they did kind of outline, these are approximates, right? So that was one thing, and another thing is just the communication. And I think I mentioned that in the response to the comment as well, and that really has to do with it's. You see my results, right? You see the results that I'm getting, and yet on their website, it still says it's given approximate 1.5%. And I just have some issues with that. So, especially after they've communicated in their Telegram and Discord that it's at that time, 2 months ago, it's 1%, or about, it's been about 6 weeks or 2 months or so ago. They changed it to 1%, and they haven't updated that on their website. So that's, to me, that's I take some points off for that. I think they could do a better job in communicating, because if you're going to be putting your money into these things, you have a certain level of expectation, right? So and a lot of it is driven by the information that they're putting in front of you. So that's it. Again, my rambling is over on this one, but I do appreciate it if you would share your comments and your feedback. And thanks again for your eyes and ears. And until next time, fellow fellows out.